Okay, I wasn't expecting seeing this menu when I booted up, but hello, my fellow nerds out there. It's Oracle Nerd Richie, and welcome back to our Wonderland. And I'm assuming this is gonna be the Arc 5 menu from now on. It looks so good. I'm guessing it's Iggy holding Sadie. So anyways, last we left off, Iggy and Genzo we're about to head out to return to Wonderland. So we're gonna continue from where we left off. It feels strange. Walking down this path again, past the darkened houses, the buzzing streetlights. Knowing now just how many times I've walked this path before. Many, many, many times. I pat my pocket, perhaps in some aimless search for reassurance. They're still there. Both the doll and Hooner's necklace. Then let my gaze flick to Genzo, silent as he rolls the tip of his cane back and forth across the sidewalk. I find my eyes fixated on it for a moment, on that bulky marshmallow that guides back and forth, like a flickering will-o'-the-wisp in the night. It keeps the anxiety in my stomach at bay, holding back jittery thoughts about what awaits us and where we'll both stand after all of this is over. We're quiet as we walk. From one street to the next, the meandering path towards my old house, just south of the outcropping of the woods that somehow hasn't been built over after all these years. My palm starts to tingle, like a pinprick-like scratching that jumps from one nerve ending to the next and makes my fingers twitch. I bring my hand up, curl my fingers inward, embrace it. Gento comes to a stop, not first. When I glance over, I see why. The familiar gap between those houses, that empty lot with the grass, tufts, and dandelions, and that looming shadow of the woods beyond. We're there, aren't we? We are. They're words that we've spoken before, but it doesn't matter. Why seek out new when the old will work just fine? You scared out of your fucking mind, or is it just me? I'm scared too. They really need to bulldoze this fucking boss to the ground. Genzo sighs and trudges forward. I expend the energy for a short jog to catch up, then fall a step behind him. We reach the tree threshold just as the gust of wind curls up under my shirt, sending goosebumps across my back. This time we don't even stop. Why would we? There's nothing to question at this point, nothing to doubt. There's only one way forward. So we carry straight on into the trees. The air instantly cools. It's a damn chill, the kind that sticks to your skin and weighs down your chest. I press forward through the scattered brush, using my hands to keep from walking face first into the tree. I hear Genzo's cane whipping through the grass and snapping against the bark behind me. I barely pay attention to the way I'm going, but it doesn't matter. I'll end up there anyway. I could turn around and walk straight the fuck back, and I'd still end up there at this point. It's inside me now. I can feel it swirling up within me. Like one of those cartoons where the smoke turns into a beckoning hand, curling up behind my chin and guiding me forward. I close my eyes and simply follow. Colder. Snips and snaps, pricking the hair on my arms. My heart echoing off my rib cage. Now the feeling is traveling up my neck, caressing my cheeks, coiling through my hair. A gentle touch, cool and sweet as it comes back to me. I come to a stop. I don't even need to touch it this time. I know we're here. Genzo's cane whaps against my ankles as he stops too. I'm not gonna say anything about the weird-ass maternal vibes I just got there for a second, okay? Shit's weird enough as it is. I say as though I didn't literally just bring it up now. God damn, I really never stop talking, do I? How have you not, like, slapped me across the mouth at this point? Again? Alright, I got it. Kenzo takes a step forward through the brush, thumping his cane against the tree. Our tree. Where's Paul Bunyan when you need him? Need him. Am I right or am I right? I move forward towards the hole, popping a squat amongst the weeds, towards my nose in expectation. But the scent that curls inside my nostrils isn't sweet. It's dank, sour, rotten. I bring my hand to my mouth on instinct, my stomach giving a noxious heave. Fuck. Has it always smelled like the back of my dad's old station wagon? Because golly fuckery does that smell like pee. Whoever remodeled the joint needs to be pink slip. Blah. Whoever remodeled the joint needs to be pink slip pronto. He's not wrong. There's something almost urinary about the smell. Ugh. And sticky. I feel clammy sweat break out on my forehead as it sends uncomfortable pangs of nausea through my bowels. Something's wrong. You don't say. No, like, really wrong. I shake my hands, fingers clawing inward as my muscles tense. My breath is starting to accelerate. I guess it's a good thing we're here to fix it then. Yeah. I swallow, then grab the rounded edges of the hole and peek inside, leaning forward on my toes. Or die horrible deaths and have inhumane atrocities performed at our mutilated corpses. But that's basically par for the course for us at this point. Am I right or am I right? Genzo laughs and slaps me on the back, which knocks me clean off my balance, rocking forward on the balls of my feet and towards the gaping hole. I panic, hands flailing and reaching for the edges. My fingers find them momentarily, but my momentum must be too great because 1 second my nails are digging into the bark and the next they've slipped off entirely. The rough surface scraping off my finger pads as I tip. The last thing I hear, my stomach shoots up towards my throat is Genzo's bemused, "Whoops!" before toppling straight into the hole. Oh, here we go, people. Here we are once again. The darkness swallows me. Oh, here we are, falling Iggy for the 5th fucking time. I'm falling. Of course I'm falling. None of this is new. I'm going to fall and then I'm going to land in a big pile of animals and Genzo is going to be there and he's going to look at me and say some stupid shit. Because that's what always happens. That's how this thing works, right? The wind whips in my hair, summoning water to my eyes. Smells all around me now, rancid and decaying. It threatens to summon bile to the back of my throat. What am I even doing? What are any of us doing? Why is this happening to us? We're not special or anything. We're just 5 normal people living normal lives and trying to figure ourselves out. Trying to find our own versions of happiness. On and on and on and on I fall. Complete nothingness surrounding me, consuming me. I've tried so hard. To fix things. Fix them. Why aren't they happy? Why can't I make them happy? That's what friendship is, right? Making the other person happy? That's the only way they'll like me. The only way I'll fit in. Iggy. That voice again. Welcoming me. Tempting me. Tempt? Yes, it needs me. It needs me to make my wish. What do you want, Iggy? I think back to the many paths I've taken. The moments I've experienced. Shared. The faces of my friends. The twists and turns of my heart. What do you wish for more than anything else in the whole world? I don't know. What do you want from me? I bring my hands to my face, close pressed into my eyes. The memories are coming faster now. Brilliant white flashes fizzling like after images across the surface of my eyes. Ooh, kissing Genzo. Holding hands with Gidget. Laying in bed with Orlum. Is that a Nintendo Switch? Why does he have a Nintendo Switch? I tried so hard. Tried to give them what they wanted. Isn't that enough? That's not enough of me. It doesn't matter how many times I try. What do I want? I don't think... Oh my god, we have a choice. Think about Genzo, think about Gidget, think about Orlum. Don't think about anyone. Oh, I actually don't know which one to choose. I mean, Genzo's been with us the entire time, right? He's been there since the beginning. We've known him since the beginning. But then there's Gidget, which we know in the real world. The real world, Iggy really likes Gidget. Like, he likes her a lot. And then there's Orlum, and he's just kind of creepy no matter what. I'm sorry, I just don't like Orlum. He's just creepy as hell. Like, there are some moments where I do like him, where he does have some moments of lucidity. But I don't know, I just don't like Wonderland Orlum. Wonderland's version of Orlum is very twisted, and I don't like him. Plus he's been really mean to Genzo, so... Or we cannot think about anyone. I might come back to this choice later to see how much it changes, but... Let's think about Genzo for now, because he's been with us since the beginning. My thoughts jumped instinctively to Genzo. Of the moments we shared. The feelings of safety he provided. I do feel safe around him. Like nothing could ever touch me. A place of acceptance. Where only the two of us matter. Of... love? My boy! That's so adorable! My boy's in love with Genzo. That's adorable! Maybe. The feeling of his arms around me, his head against my head against his chest, I feel... God, I don't know. This is all so confusing. I don't know what I want. I press my hands harder into my eyes. Why can't I? My body curls in on itself. Heart beating. Just leave me alone! My eyes feel liquid hot, tingling with tears. Tingling with overwhelming guilt and heartache, and a cruel and unbearable need to be cared about, to be accepted, to be loved. The feeling moves into my fingers. Tiny nibbles of numbness, then building into incessant zaps of electricity. Up my arms they go, growing and growing into my chest, my stomach, shooting down my legs. So loud I can't hear, can't think. Just when I think I can't take it anymore. My mind goes blank. Iggy? There's something crunchy below me. It's itchy, chalky, clump of something all jutting into my spine like a lumpy pillow filled with beans. Iggy! Damn, I'm so tired. I just feel like they got two great bigs of rocks perched on them. My limbs feel like the lead. Awkwardly placed lead, but lead all the same. Can't they get 5 more minutes? Maybe if I sleep long enough I'll wake up and this will all turn out to be a grimly trauma-induced nightmare. Yeah, nightmare. My eyebrows furrowed even lethargic half-sleep. A nightmare I can't seem to fucking wake up from. No magical prince to kiss me and make all this go away. Speaking of... Fuck's eggs, you're not dead, are ya? Wait a minute. My eyes snap open only to focus instantly on Genzo. Standing about 5 centimeters away from my face, I and staring so intently, he might as well be trying to bore holes into my skull. Oh wait, all the plushies are torn up now. Damn. I blanch. Gento blanches too. Then pulls back with a start. Calls into his hand. Oh good, you're out for a lot longer than normal. Or at least, like, longer than I remember you ever being. Not that you pass out often, I mean, like, here, like, every time we've fallen down this godforsaken root shoot, he pulls his hat off his head, molds it between his hands. Thought you might have, bought a proverbial farm on me for a second there. An overly zealous laugh. And god damn am I not about to go through a whole Halloween special of HR fucking stuff myself. I bring a palm to my forehead, squeeze my eyes shut, then open. Then look around. This is not what I had been expecting. I stand up so fast I nearly stumble forehead. I stand up so fast I nearly stumble on my forehead. My knees quivering like jelly. What happened here? I finally managed to croak. Jason seems to relax some. The mountain-sized crease on his forehead at least disappears. He tucks his cap back over his curls. Yes, someone really went to town here, huh? Fucking postal. Cottages is... well, it's not really. Not anymore. Half burned to the ground around us. It barely could be called a place of residence, let alone a cozy domicile. The once sweet cheery walls that were now ashen and charred. What furniture still remains has been busted in half and chopped into scraps. And the roof. There is no roof. I stare up at the greenish gray sky, my stomach curling in on itself as wind whistles through the blistered holes in the wall to play with my hair. Someone mad we didn't share the cookies, maybe? Gizzo kicks the broken bowl lying in the suit near his foot. I don't respond to his attempt at a joke, instead turning my gaze to the pile of animals I'd just been lying on. The pile was still there, but their mangled mess of melted fur and plastics, splotchy charcoal stains decorating what remains of their once woolly forms. I realize they've left streaky black stains all over my backside and quickly attempt to brush the chalk off from my clothes. Glad to see things haven't become too fucked up beyond their all reason after the great reveal. Wouldn't that be the shits, huh? But why? Why would I take a step out into the cottage proper, towards where the table used to be? Now all that remains is a circle on the floor where it once stood, the surrounding wood smeared into ash and grit. Why does anything that happens down here happen, Iggs? It's as inexplicable as my cravings for mayonnaise on pizza. I've learned to just stop questioning it. Yenzo picks up one of the strewn chairs and gingerly places it upright. It immediately collapses in on itself. But this never happened before. I spread my arms in empathetic persistence. Yeah, and we've never remembered what a fucky-wucky little hellhole this is down here. It is down here before either. What's your point? I let my arms drop. The anxious jitters in my gut have amplified 10 times past what I was feeling back on the surface. Yes, a part of me had expected some things to be different, but this is... I curl my arms around my chest, feeling the crushing weight start closing in on me from all sides. What if this was wrong? What if we should have run for the hills? Gone far the hell away from this place? What if this time things would be worse? So much worse. Hard to imagine given everything that's already happened, but somehow not a single bit of me doubts that this place could make that happen. And we just waltzed straight back down here around our own volition. I close my eyes and clench them. My chest is growing tight, breath already shallow on my lips. but a sudden touch on my shoulder jousted me back to reality. I jerked back with a start. Hey, you okay? Genzo. I turned towards him, looking him up and down. His face is taut with concern. Just anxious is all. I scratched fervently at the back of my neck. You'd have to be brain dead not to be. A laugh. When I don't return, though, his smile fades. He blinks, looks at the ground, then pops his head back up. Hey, didn't I say however the fuck long ago that I'd be your logically sound knight? So you got nothing to worry about. Sir Genzo the Gallant is back on duty. This does bring a twitch of a smile to my face. Aren't you missing a sword or something? He points a finger in the air and gazes skyward. It's at the shop. You'll have to make do with the brawny bouquet of my strong manly arms for now. He flexes his arms upwards. I bring a hand to my mouth and stifle a sudden snort of laughter. I see Genzo's eyes soften in relief. Aww. I guess I can live with that. I wipe a spot of moisture out of the corner of my eye. Then drop my gaze, suddenly feeling a bit shy. Thanks, Genzo. He grins widely. Hey, what a friend... Then stops. Coughs. Scratches beneath his cap. Finally, clasps his hands together in overzealous jubilance. Anyway, let's vamoose this cauterized caboose before we all get lung cancer. And by we all, I mean you, since it's too late for me anyway. He trundles his way towards the door with only slight trouble bypassing the battered bits of burned brick and brack along the way. Let's see just how fucked up the rest of McSpawnald's play place is, huh, shall we? He brings his hand to the doorknob. Twist. Only for the entire door to simply collapse in on itself at the touch. He's left standing there with slightly bronze knob still in his palm. He blinks, looks upward. Not how those things usually work, but okay. Feels like this whole thing could cave in on us any second. I muse as I wander over. Almost as if on cue, the piece of crispy raptor remnant drops to the floor just to my right. I give a start, practically jumping through the empty doorframe out onto the path. Jumping much? Genzo chuckles and follows like a calm, rational human being. I give a nervous twitch and scratch my arm, then turn my gaze at our surroundings. Oh! Outside, it doesn't look that different. The pink-hued trees are still there. The softly curved path leading through them. The tufts of grassy foliage on either side of the packed clay. But the sky, something's not quite right with the sky. Green and gray choked to the sickly veil of clouds. And the whole place has an eerie sense of stillness to it, of silence, calm. The kind that makes their hair stand on the back of my neck and arms stand up like porcupine quills. Wait a minute. Wasn't there supposed to be some kind of... With jolts, the memory slams its way to the forefront of my brain. And twists towards Genzo, grabbing his collar and pulling him up to his toes. The rabbits! The who and the what now? The rabbits! Where are they? They'll be here any second, and we're just standing out here like this? I began furtively scanning our environs, seeking out a sign of any movement or a stray rabbit spirit, ears keen and listening for stomps. But there's nothing. I blink, heart beating out of my chest. The eerie calm continues. Genzo brings his hand to my grip on his jacket, carefully extracting my fingers with only a slight touch of pink on his cheeks. Judging by the state of our childhood glad pad, I'd say that we're already here. He falls back down to his heels, then smooths down his front. Either way, though, not sure how much we'll be able to rely on our collective brain stains from here on out. Seems like a lot has changed down here, and none of it for the better, I'm guessing. I bring a hand to my hair in a semi-awkward acceptance. He's right. He's always right, goddammit. I feel my heart racing My racing heart starts to slow down and drop my hands to my side. Only for a sudden rustle in the nearby shrubs to send my heart leaping back up to my voice box. Ooh! I take a... Oh, I'm creeped out by that breathing. I take a startled step back as the rabbit comes lurching out of the bush. Genzo's arms comes out fast as he slams straight into my ribs. He shoves me back, going tense as the rabbit comes reeling towards us, breathes labored, stilted, snarling. Oh, before promptly collapsing on the ground right in front of us. We can only stare in confusion at the rabbit's prostrate form, tendrils of dust from his impact still painting the air. That's when I see a trail of blood. It's leaking from the rabbit's leg, a torn snarl of red slicked fur, leaving a vivid stain on the strewn gravel. He's hurt? My head cocks almost instinctively, and I feel curiosity start tugging my feet toward. Eggs! Genzo hisses, snapping his arm back against my gut. And none too soon either. Oh, Jesus! Because the next second, a second rabbit leaps from the undergrowth and lands atop the other rabbit with a blood-curdling shriek, digging its muzzle into the downed rabbit's neck with a squelch. Genzo takes a shocked step backwards, nearly sending me tripping over my feet. Oh, God! That sound is really... Oh, that is probably the most disgusting sound I've ever heard in this entire game. Then we watch as the rabbit feeds on his companion, faces pale, eyes wide and warbling. There's something eerily visceral about the sight. A fleshy rip of skin and muscle and the squishy pop of meat rent between molars. I feel my stomach flip in growing nausea. My hands reach instinctively towards Genzo's shoulders, fingers clawing the fabric. The rabbit suddenly stops, seems to realize he's being watched, then raises his head. Genzo and I both tense. There's something off about him, incredibly off. Eyes skittish and wild, muscles jumping. Even his fur looks different, twisted and coiled of a sickly gray, almost as if the color had been drained from his tufts. Oh, God! His head twitches, eyes narrowing, then widening. He begins crawling forwards, ears flat, bloody clumps leaking down his chin. Shit. Genzo backs up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps, taking me with him. But it's a futile effort. The rabbit growls a low, breathy thrum, then leaps. Genzo flies back into me, sending both of us tumbling to the ground. The rabbit goes sailing past us, rolling forward into the dirt a few feet away. Genzo wastes no time. He scrambles to his feet and grabs my wrist, yanking me after him as he takes off towards the trees. Run! I don't have to be told twice, or once even. I go careening after him, feet pounding the ground every time with my galloping heart. Into the trees, past the trees, around the bark, twig, and brush. I hear the rabbit give chase. I can hear his snarls as though right in my ear, the thump of his feet against the stumps as he tears up the forest behind us. I gasp out of breath, trying to focus on my legs, keep them moving forward, powering forward. As ahead of me, Genzo ducks and dodges through a whizzing landscape of pink. We burst out into a clearing and he stops for a moment, head spinning left and right. My lungs are burning and I let out a ragged cough. Then notice the sound behind us is gone. I blink and glance back. Again? The rabbit bounds out of the thicket to our front, slamming me into me and sending me flying. Back. Back until my spine cracks against a tree, ejecting breath from me like a punctured airbag. But before I can do so much as sight as inch down the bark, the rabbit's iron grip of hands have my shoulders pinning me against the wood. My head cracks back with a star spiral jolt. Oh shit! By the time my vision clears, the rabbit's face is in mine, blood-soaked fur trembling against my chin. He cocks his head to one side, then the other. And while his yellow eyes take me in, roving up and down the length of my torso, while he trembles and starts fluttering, I can barely hear my thoughts over its pounding. I try to swallow, but it gets caught in my throat. And when he lowers his head towards my neck, my muscles have a panicked jerk. I clenched my eyes shut. Fuck. Only for my attention to be stolen by a dull crack against the rabbit's armored shoulder. Hey, you big hulking fuck toy! The rabbit twists his head back at his new onslaught. I look past him to see Genzo with one hand on his hip, and the other tossing a stone up and down in the air. Yeah, I'm talking to you, you big furry lummox! He tosses the stone as it hits the rabbit's brain between the eyes. The rabbit lets out a perturbed squeak and then snarls. Overgrown Easter bunny, you got the brains up there and all that marshmallow fluff? Genzo points his head in apathetic derision. 'Cause last I checked, that whiny ass twig you're about to ready to chow down on is nothing but skin and bones, bud. The rabbit loosens his grip on my shoulders. I slide down to my feet with an ankle-jolting thud. I can't even see a real meal when it's got when you blah. I can't read it. Jesus. Can't even see a real meal when it's got its cock down the fuzzy wuzzy little larynx of yours. Genzo gives his stomach a satisfied pat. What? You too used to the tiny royal dick? Is that it? Should have known old fuckboy whip you up good. Now I can see the rabbit's full fur bristling. A lowly breathy growl slithers out between its lips as he turns his whole body towards Genzo, ears flattening against his head. Oh, that one hit a nerve, I see. Little too close to home there, am I? Or are you just that starved for something good for once? The rabbit starts inching towards him. Don't worry, I got plenty of meat to go around. I won't even make you wear a leash either. Oh, wait, don't tell me. You liked that? He brings a hand to his mouth in feigned surprise. Then laughs, lips twisting into an impish grin. Guess rabbits really do make good pets, huh? Oh god, that was actually that was the most blood-curdling scream I've ever heard. The rabbit screams, a shrill, phlegmy wail that's so loud that I have to slap my hand to my ears. He lunges. Oh shit! Genzo's eyes go wide. Then he twists on his heels and bolts. Run, Iggs, run! I watch him go flying towards the other end of the clearing. I begin my dash on instinct, feet stomping through the underbrush and steering me back towards the trees. I then hear a tousle, a thud, a surprised grunt. And when I look back, the rabbit is perched on Genzo's form just beyond the line of the trees. Keep running, help Genzo. What do we do? I think helping Genzo is probably gonna get us killed. I mean, we can't really just let Genzo die, right? He has to stay alive. Yeah, but learning from last time, I'm pretty sure Genzo will be okay, right? Because, like, he's gotten away before. Like, when the rabbits are still sane. Let's just see what happens if we keep running. I have to keep running. I have to. Genzo can handle himself. If that rabbit gets both of us, we're through. So I bite down on my tongue hard. But will my legs keep moving, even as my heart twists with a painful jerk inside my chest? Don't stop, Iggy. Don't think, Iggy. Just move. Move. I go streaking through the trees and the brush, sprinting until I can't tell left from right, up from down, past tree after tree, deeper and deeper into the woods, surrounded by pink and shadow and shameful veil of guilt. I don't stop until my legs begin to give out beneath me. I finally start to slow. My lungs are burning. I can't even hold back a cough that leaps to my lips as I limp towards the nearest tree, fingers clutching the bark. I bend over a cough, hacking. Dots dance in front of my eyes as I struggle to pull oxygen through the constricted larynx into my lungs. The copper taste of blood fills my mouth, and for a moment, I just let myself lean against the tree, my forehead against my arm. Breathe. Just breathe. Breathe. Finally, the world stops spinning around me. I feel my breath and my heart begin to normalize. Like the cold sweat slick across my forehead, right myself with a stagger, then look around for the first time. Where am I? Pinpricks of apprehension run up and down my arms as I take in my surroundings. I'm deep, deep in the woods now. So deep I can barely see the sky overhead. Where do I go? The pinpricks are turning into icy jabs now. I curl my arms to my chest and start forward, unsure, hesitant. But I can't even tell the direction I came from anymore, let alone the direction I should go. Where should I go? Tears began stinging the corners of my eyes. I'm all alone. I curl in on myself tighter. I should have stayed with Genzo. How could I have abandoned him? Images of Genzo being torn apart fill my mind. I let out a strangled gasp of shame, of remorse. What the fuck is wrong with me? How could I have been so selfish? So unthinking? I know Genzo was probably dead because of me. I slap my hands to my forehead in increasingly violent thwaps, till the point of my head begins to ache, until a sudden rustle of movement to my left makes me stop in my tracks. Oh no, I'm scared. I'm scared. Please don't be what I think it is, please. I twist around, but there's nothing there. I stand perfectly still, watching the patch of brush. Another rustle, this time to my right. I spin back around, heart beating out of my chest. But again, nothing. Fuck. I clench my fingers in my hair, panic rising up from my throat. Then when that shriek comes, it pierces the air, piercing my eardrums, impossibly high and impossibly loud. The bushes around me shaking now. Shaking and writhing and quaking. More shrieks. From every direction, I slap my hands to my ears, added my own scream to the mix. Then run! I make it about 5 steps. Before with lightning fast speed, the rabbit leaps from the bush in front of me. Fuck. I turn before I have a chance to think about it. Sliding and twisting on my heels, swerving back around. But there's another one behind me. More and more of them. Emerges from the brush. Their snarls heavy on the air. Fuck. I back up. Only for the one behind me to leap and knock me to the ground with a heavy thud and knocks the wind out of me. No. I scramble. My arms shooting out instinctively in an attempt to wrest myself away. It's too late. I'm pinned to the ground. Oh, fuck. As I stare up at them. Stare up at the gathering swarm of hungry rabbits. All I can think about is Genzo. I'm sorry, Genzo. I close my eyes, sucking my breath. That's when they lunge. Teeth plunging into my neck, chest, and arms. Gouging into me, tearing into me, ripping my skin and muscle and yanking me from the bone, blood choking my throat, spilling up and out across my grass. I feel all over about 10 agonizing seconds. I won't abandon you next time. Then black out. Damn it, I knew we shouldn't have kept running. Unfortunately, you were eaten. But you'll make a better choice next time. Won't you? Would you like to restart? Last choice. Good choice. Okay. What? Wait a minute. Wait. The choices aren't glowing. What the hell am I doing? There's no choice to make here. I know exactly what will happen if I run. I only have one option. That's right. I'm not abandoning him this time. I'm saving us both. Wait, the choices wouldn't light up. Oh my god, is Iggy becoming self-aware? Oh, this is getting extreme. Iggy is becoming self-aware. This is crazy. I'm saving us both. Or I'm gonna go down trying. My feet move before I even realize what's happening. Then running forwards, dashing forwards, sprinting straight towards the giant back of the elephantine rabbit. A throaty wail rips through my lungs as I fly. Then I leap straight onto that thing's distended back. I hit with an oomph, then scramble. I pull myself up towards his shoulders, fingers searching for anything I can use to grip, knees digging painfully into the smooth surface of his armor. I climb until I reach his head. Then do the only thing I can possibly think to do in such a situation. Grab his ears tightly between my fingers and yank. The rabbit gives an unsightly yelp. He tries to buck me off. He tries to reach up and grab me. Grab his ears, grab anything. But I just wrench his ears harder, all the way back towards my knees. More pain squeaks. I can feel his body twitch in pain, and his hands grapple helplessly at his throat, and shoulders unable to reach me. Beneath us, Genzo watches in wide-eyed wonder, still splayed out on his back. Then his gaze turns sharp. I see him dig into his pockets to pull out something shiny. Then stab! He has a knife! Oh no, he has a screwdriver. I keep forgetting he used that screwdriver to stab into a tongue before. The screwdriver goes straight into the rabbit's exposed neck. Keep holding him, eggs! 1 stab, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again and again, Genzo jabs a tip straight into the bloody mass of fur. The rabbit's body spasms beneath me, nearly chucking me off. But I hold as fast as I can. My whole weight going into my claw-like grip on his ears. Genzo keeps going on and on. Blood's flying everywhere now, painting his hands, his face, and grass below. The entire front of the rabbit's armor is red with it. So bright and brilliant I can barely look at it. And the squelches, like tugging a boot from waterlogged mud. Each jab spreading more and more goop across Genzo's fingers as the tips race through more and more tissue, sinews, and veins. Genzo gives almost a desperate sounding bellow, then slams it in deeper than before. Buried all the way at the hilt, still further, his grip tight as steel on the handle, and his hands practically invisible amongst the red-soaked fur. Then he holds it as the rabbit chokes and gurgles and sputters. Holds it as the rabbit's body twitches and shivers and spasms. Even keeps holding it as the rabbit gives one final jerk before collapsing forward, slumped on top of him and slamming his head back against the ground. There's a moment of silence. Of complete and utter stillness. The two of us just lying there with the rabbit corpse between us, growing pool of blood soaking Genzo's jacket. I blink and look down at him over the rabbit's shoulder. He returns the gaze in what looks like a half-dazed shock, before promptly grinning. The same stupid shit-eating cavalier grin he shot me so many times before. Then yanks a screwdriver out of the rabbit's neck with a spray of blood. Oh god, okay. I know you guys probably heard me say this before, but my god, neck? Like, getting stabbed in the neck? Oh, that makes me so uncomfortable. Like, no matter who it is, even if they deserve it, it makes me uncomfortable. Never leave the workshop without it. I roll my eyes, but leave a wave of relief wash over me all the same. We did it. I'm not sure how we did it, but we did it. A release of tension shudder runs up the base of my spine to the top of my skull, making the tips of my hair tremble. Can we get this 2-ton tin can off me though, maybe? Damn near making me shit my own guts out on the grass. He shoves against the weighty torso, keeping him pinned. Oh, right! My voice cracks unbecomingly as I roll off the side. The two of us make for a sorry sight as we push ourselves back to our feet, hair mused and clothes. Hair must, clothes must, unsightly red stains streaked across the skin and soaked into the fabric. Genzo scratches beneath his cap and looks around, beleaguered breath slowly returning to normal. I follow his gaze. You think there's more of them? Where murder rabbits go, more murder rabbits follow. Or something like that. I scratch anxiously at my arm, not sure I'm ready to take on another one of those things again so soon. Or ever, to be honest. Shall we keep moving then? This whole fucking forest is giving me a plus-size case of the willies. Yeah. Almost as if on cue, the screech rips through the air. It's shrill and hoarse and loud, so fucking loud. When I shoot my gaze skyward, I see a whole passel of birds take off in the clouds. Shit. Genzo spins in his heels, face turning white. Another screech. And another. From all around us now, with such force it feels like the very air is quivering. My head screams with it. I bring my hands to my ears, isolating and shout, "Make it stop! Make it stop!" But it doesn't stop. And just when I realize I'm screaming with it, my arm is nearly jerked from its socket. My eyes pop open and through the hazy film of moistness, I see Genzo pulling me. I gasp, stumble, then attempt to fall and step behind him. His fingers clamped tight around my wrist. We're running again. Running as the very forest feels like it's opening up around us. The trees pass by in flashes of dark and pink. I try to keep my gaze focused straight ahead on the sight of Genzo's hat, bright and vivid even through the panic. But I can still sense them around us. I still see flashes of grayed fur through the surrounding darkness. They're all around us, whipping through the branches and brush to our either side. I suppress a shuddered gasp and clench my eyes shut, willing my focus to aching legs. Just keep running. Just keep running. A gust of wind right next to me. I open my eyes just in time to see a rabbit come careening towards me. But Genzo must have seen it first, because he gives me my wrist an extra focused tug, yanking me 3 steps forward out of the way. The rabbit goes sailing behind me and back into the trees out on the other side. God, fuck. Genzo shoots me a look of sheer panic. Then back to the front just in time to dart left an incoming crop of bushes. We burst out of them, which sends us flying out of the forest proper. We tumble forward, nearly dropping to our knees atop the gravel path. Where? The river! We've reached the river! I can see it in my head, as though it were yesterday, calm and serene as it reflects the golden hue of the sky, as cool as we had waited it to wash off the... Another screech from behind us cuts off my thoughts, and then we're moving again, barreling down the path, river flowing beside us as we whip past the tree after tree. That's when I spot it, up ahead. An all too familiar slab of pink. Genzo, the tongue! That's the goal! What? I squawk, voice raising about 2 octaves. Those rabbits won't touch it, remember? I'd sure as shit rather take my chances with the fucking eyeball than help from an entire army of Here Comes Easter Contail. As if to emphasize his points, another ear-granting shriek cuts through the air. I'm not sure I can argue with him at this point, or if I want to, much as my pores clench at the thought of that hulking pink lump of meat. We reach the slimy appendage in question, just as doughy as vile as I remember it. I bisect the path as a giant slug. Genzo doesn't even pause. He launches me forward before I have a chance to protest, then begins climbing up after me. I follow suit, the two of us clambering up onto the porous surface as it buckles and weeps beneath us. Then I look back, turning just in time to see 3, 4, 5 rabbits break clear of the trees and come speeding down the path after us. I watch, narrow my eyes shut. Genzo? What? He pushes himself to his feet with a wobble. I throw a shaky finger in the direction we come from. They're not stopping! Indeed, they haven't slowed a bit since emerging from the forest. In fact, they almost seem to be going faster. I'm sure they'll... Genzo turns to look. Blanches. Then he steps back. Then, in a voice almost so hushed I almost wouldn't recognize it for his. Iggy, run! We turn and book it. It takes 2 steps across the buoyant surface before falling flat on my face. Genzo follows suit 2 steps later. But we somehow manage to keep crawling forward, pulling ourselves forward, doing everything possible to keep moving. My lungs feel like they're on fire. My arms and legs screaming at me, barely restrained panic, numbing my lips and tongue. I chance a confused glance at the cliff face, expecting to see our old friend. Okay, sorry. Sorry about that, guys. Technical difficulties. My keyboard literally just broke. Well, not completely broke, but like it just broke it so it wouldn't work for some reason. But I fixed it. So let's just keep going. I chanced a confused glance at the cliff face, expecting to see our old friend, but it's gone. No, not gone. Destroyed. Oh shit! The eyeball guy's dead. Bits of gooey eye decorated the rock like a half like a half-solidified egg white splattered against the wall. And within the muddled mass, I can make out what looks like to be shredded bits of viscera and muscle. It's been ripped apart! I choked back a gasp and I jerked my gaze forward. The tongue wobbles and ripples beneath us, and I realize with a start that the rabbits must have reached it. They're on top. They're coming. More shrieks, this time from the direction of the cliff. I throw a panicked glance upward to see more rabbit ears appear from the top of the cliff, their odors growling and snarling and climbing down the rock like spiders. Where are they coming from? They're everywhere. Fuck. I attempt a stumbling leap to get myself moving faster, but it only sends me face first into the swollen mass of pink. Come on, Eggs, I am not watching you get eaten alive by homicidal rabbits! Genzo has reached the end. I see him roll off and back onto solid ground with a little huff. Tears of frustration pricking my eyes. I will strength back into my arms. I go faster. Must go faster. But this isn't enough for Genzo. He takes one look at me, one look at the rabbits, and promptly grabs my arms and yanks me the rest of the way to the surface of the tongue. We go flying. And though I attempt to stick my hands out, it doesn't help. I land hard on my chin to the dirt, bouncing off, rolling a few feet away, with subsequent cracks to my skull. Genzo is back in a flash, tugging at my collar in an attempt to get me up and moving. Come on! I can hear the panic frustration in his voice. I'm trying! I cough, wobble to my feet. A throbbing pain radiates from the jaw to vibrate against my brain. And when I bring my hand to my chin, my fingers come away speckled with blood. The boat! We gotta get to the fucking boat! The boat? My head's spinning now, vision hazy as I lumber after Genzo's form. I see him gesture wildly ahead. That's when I see it. Yes, of course. The boat! The boat! All at once, an overwhelming sense of dread washes over my entire body. Memories of something horrible I can't quite explain, but definitely there, definitely tangible, and definitely screaming loudly, quite loudly from the back of my brain. But Genzo, if we don't get on that fucking boat, we're both going to die. The sheer intensity of his voice is enough to stop me short, enough to snap the cloud from my head. I say nothing more, falling in a hurried step behind him if we go speeding towards the dock. I can still hear the snarls behind us. They're still coming and gaining on us. Most likely, but I don't dare look back. I don't allow myself to look anywhere besides Genzo's back. Even as we alight the wooden stairs of the pier, even as I spy the remnants of the once sprightly flower in my peripheral vision, its white petals lying in shredded disarray on the ground. Get to the boat! The boards of the dock shudder beneath my feet. They're here. Genzo! Jump, Eggs! Jump! I see Genzo go flying. He lands in his back in the boat with a rough tumble. The force of it sends the boat drifting away from the dock. I come to a skidding halt at the end of the pier, just watching the gap between the boat and the planks grow larger and larger. Genzo lurches to his feet and looks up and looks at her. What the fuck are you doing? He clenches his fingers to his cap. It's too far! Ignatius Maxwell, you jumped on the boat right fucking now! I throw a glance behind me. 8, 9, 10 rabbits, barreling towards the dock, screaming down the pier. The air freezes in my lungs, and for a moment I forget how to breathe, how to think. They'll be on me any second. I turn back. Oh God, Iggy, this is not a choice. Will you please fucking jump? Genzo with his arms outstretched and face deathly shade of white. He's right. Fuck, he's right. Yeah, the game's not giving me choices anymore. I've got to do it. I've got to do it or I'm dead. I clench my eyes shut, take a deep breath, then jump. It seems to last forever, almost as though I'm suspended in the air. Then all at once, time speeds up. I'm flying. I missed the boat by a good foot, plunging instead straight into the water. Fuck. I hadn't been prepared for this. And as I gasped in surprise, water invades my mouth, my throat, my nose. I sputtered, throw my arms out, battle desperately with the sloshing froth. Boat, where's the boat? I grapple for the white wall. My fingers flick against the surface. Then a set of hands finds my shirt. And a set of hands find my shirt. Genzo's fingers clenched into the fabric as he tugs me up and out of the water. I emerge like a fish on a hook, still choking and clawing at the air, clawing at him. But he somehow succeeds, and despite my panic flapping, to drag me over the side onto the boat proper. We go down at a wet slap on the deck. It takes me a moment to stop flailing. Genzo just tugs me close. His arms around my midsection, his heart beating a mile a minute through his jacket. I start to calm. Slower. My muscles relax. Body slack in his arms. And then I just sit there, breathe. God fucking. I let the air whistle between my teeth, and with each breath, my arms and legs feel like jelly. Wet, sloppy noodles lying inert on the floorboards. Genzo glances up and with receding talk. It's lined with rabbits now, all of them standing there, hissing and snarling, the occasional shriek still biting the air. But we're safe, floating, sailing away. Aside from behind me. Genzo looks skyward with an exasperated groan. If you could stop giving me a heart attack every 5 seconds, that would be great. Thanks. I try to think of something witty to say in response. Hell, I try to think of anything to say in response. But my head's still too much of a jumble to form proper speech. So instead I just let out a low bleh and stick out my tongue. Attractive, Genzo replies. But I can hear the smile in his voice. Oh shit, oh my God, that's crazy. Once we get our wits somewhat, we clean ourselves up. Okay, that was really insane. That's probably the craziest thing that's happened all playthrough. But oh God, I need to get water. I think I'm gonna go ahead and leave this episode here for now, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please leave a like. Comment what you think, share this video to your friends, and be sure to subscribe and click the bell so you don't miss a single notification.
You say you wanna try, but you never do. Sugar, there's a reason.